question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not.
Just, I mean, my country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if okay, so if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches. I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah,
we Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil.
Davido didn't demarket Nigeria in any way. He was even finding it difficult to choose the right words in order not to sound too pessimistic. And the mob is calling for his head, asking why he's demarketing Nigeria. Where were they? Where were their voices when Tinubu said this in Brazil in front of G20 leaders?
I am from Nigeria. It's better to give you the true picture of what's going on. In Africa, we have terrorism challenges, insecurity challenges that are preventing farmers to even go to their farm. We have problem in Sudan, displacing people. We have problem of climate change, flooding, destroying crops. And we have problem of protectionism. We have problems. It is very important to make it clear and louder here. We have problem of out of school children. We have problem of funding free education or giving our children 1 meal a day in a classroom to even make them pay attention to school. Africa has that problem.
It didn't take long for the prediction to materialize. Like we said in the other video, that the way Tinubu demarketed Nigeria so hard, maybe he did it so that world leaders will have pity on him and lend him money or give him a grant. But he demarketed Nigeria so hard, so when he does it, he's saying the truth. When another person does it, the person is demarketing Nigeria. What hypocrisy. Nigerian politicians can't believe their luck. They do all sorts of things, destroy the economy, wipe off people's purchasing power, devalue the naira, increase petrol price, bring all sorts of hardship and suffering to the Nigerian people. And you know what? The people that are supposed to resist and fight back and say, no, we won't take this. We won't take this suffering. We are an oil producer. We can't be paying so high. Petrol can be sold so expensive in an oil producing country and many other things they can use to fight back. Instead of fighting back, they turn around and start defending their oppressors. The people who plunged them into massive poverty, they turn around and start making all sorts of excuses for their failures. They can't believe their luck. Something must be wrong somewhere. This is not normal. Does this happen in other countries in West Africa? Do their citizens defend their oppressors in such a brazen manner? Why do Nigerians defend corrupt politicians despite being at the receiving end of their incompetence? Seriously, this needs to be studied. It's an interesting subject. Some who defend corrupt politicians don't even know them personally. They are not affiliated to them in any way, but they keep on defending them. So you can't say that they are being paid to defend them. They just defend them on their own. And when you look at some of them, they are the lowest of the low in the society. These are people who beg for money from strangers online. So if they continue begging for money, posting their accounts everywhere for people to give them money, that means the government is not paying them, because if they are being paid, they will be able to at least take care of themselves, because they can't be defending the indefensible on empty stomachs. This really needs to be studied because it's very strange. People just out of the blue keep defending people who impoverish them. Imagine someone buying data with his own money. He will go online and start defending corrupt politicians who have impoverished him. While he's typing the laughable defense, if his phone mistakenly falls down, he will go to the market and find out how much and how expensive a new phone screen now costs in Nigeria. Anyway, talking about high cost of goods, high cost of everything, which of course is why we have the high cost of living. How much was petrol being sold early last year from January to 29th May 2023? It's important to specify that the price of petrol increased at about 11 a.m. in the morning of 29th May 2023 after Tinubu took the oath of office. Prior to that, petrol was being sold for 185 naira per litre. Today, it's being sold in many parts of the country for about 1,200 naira per litre. Of course, there are places you can buy above that or maybe below that. In parts of Lagos, it's being sold for about 1,100. But on average, the price of petrol increased by about 500%. Is that not shambles? Can someone not refer to that as the economy being in shambles? Because the effects of the increase of the price of petrol on Nigeria's economy is overwhelmingly glaring that everyone can see it, everyone is feeling it. As a result of the increase, cost of transportation has also tripled or quadrupled depending on the transportation you're talking about. People no longer board airlines today because just one journey, not to and fro, one-way ticket costs above 400,000 naira. A few years ago, the same amount of money could fly someone from Lagos to London and back to Lagos. But today, one is expected to spend about 800,000 naira just to go to Abuja, from Lagos to Abuja or Lagos to Port Harcourt and back to Lagos. Is that not shambles? Cost of many things have gone up by more than 500% and there is no commensurate increase in salaries. Is that not shambles? Imagine earning 50,000 naira salary in 2022. At that time, about 30,000 naira could cover your transportation cost, your grocery shopping and many other expenditure. In fact, you could save more than 15,000 naira every month towards your house rent and other expenditure. Today, 40,000 naira is not enough for transportation alone, to and fro from work, your house to your office and back every day for 1 month. It's not enough. Is that not shambles? How are you going to make up for the balance? You have to eat while working, you have to go to that work, you have to shop, you have to pay for your house rent, you have to do a lot of expenses. How is this not shambles?
Yes, we know we have the challenge of inflation. It's okay, we will bring it down.
Even the man that brought this suffering that has put Nigeria's economy in shambles, he accepts all the time that Nigerians are suffering. Not just in Brazil, in many fora, he has always accepted that Nigerians are suffering. Only that the suffering is temporal. That after the suffering, Nigerians will now enter into enjoyment. We are not here to say whether it's true or not, whether the enjoyment will materialize, but people try to make it as if Nigerians are not even suffering right now. Political differences aside, Nigerians need to start isolating people who reason this way because it's very, very dangerous. First time in Nigeria's history that dollar billionaires are complaining about Nigeria's failing economy. So you can see it's not only Davido that is complaining or saying that Nigeria's economy is in shambles. If these people that are well-to-do, that are not even affected directly, whether a cup of garri sells for 2,000 naira today, these kind of people can never be affected. They will always have something to eat. How much more people who defend their oppressors despite being in abject poverty?
I can tell you that we are doing whatever it takes to make sure that at the end of the day, like what the other shareholders, Baba mentioned that yes, we've been paying dividend, because if you look at our dividend last year was almost 50% more. So by the grace of God, we'll try and get out of the mess. The biggest mess created was actually the devaluation of the Naira from 460 to 1,400. And you can see almost 97% of the companies in especially in food and beverages businesses, none of them will pay dividend this year for sure. But we will try and get out of it as soon as possible.